The acting IRS commissioner is out, and President Obama says new safeguards are on the way. But now there's more big trouble for the IRS. A group called the National Organization for Marriage is accusing the IRS of releasing its confidential tax return, exposing private donor information. And now the group is planning to sue the IRS. Professor John Eastman is chairman of the group known as the National Organization for Marriage. He joins us. Nice to see you, sir. And tell me, explain the problem that your organization has with the IRS.
Well, last March, a copy of our confidential tax returns showed up on the website of one of our major principal political opponents, the Human Rights Campaign. It was a PDF file. We're a nonprofit organization, and we have to make public certain of our tax returns. But there are other parts of our tax returns that are as confidential as your own personal tax returns. And one of those is Schedule B, our list of donors and their addresses. And this showed up on the Human Rights Campaign website. It was a PDF file. And our computer technicians were able to get rid of the redactions that had been made on the file and discovered that this was an internal IRS document that had been leaked to the Human Rights Campaign.
What makes you think that this was a political gesture? I mean, I take your political opponents with the Human Rights Campaign, and why would they be so gung-ho to do this to you? Just because you're political opponents?
We're political opponents. They try and intimidate and harass our donors. But the Human Rights Campaign at the time was headed by one of the people who had become the national co-chairman of the Obama for President campaign. So and they've been trying to get our donor.
Who's anyone significant? Was anyone significant as a donor?
Yeah, Governor Romney was one of them, and of course. You know, this was at a time when there was intense focus on the marriage issues all across the country, and the efforts to intimidate our donors to prevent people from donating to our cause, so we could weigh in the political battles. But more significantly, this is a felony. It's been a felony since post-Watergate. Remember, one of the articles of impeachment that had been prepared against President Nixon before he resigned was this kind of disclosure of private tax returns. And it was a misdemeanor back then. And in 1976, Congress changed the law to make it a felony, punishable by $5,000 fine and up to 5 years in prison for every disclosure or unlawful inspection of a private individual's tax returns.
Well, we'll wait and see what happens on this. Obviously, there's a lot of intense focus on the IRS. Maybe the government's listening to tonight. Maybe they'll want to investigate. Professor Eastman, thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Greta.